he just seen me in there cooking up, and I'm instantly like, okay, now I got to snap into my mode. I'm cooking up all night until the sun came up, and Nard was just watching me just like this. And as soon as I finished, and I couldn't even make beats anymore, he was like, yo, come to the studio sometime.
The One More Time Music Podcast. Genuine conversations with genuine people about music. Hosted by Henry with a 3 and Playback Ben.
Went from Beamer Coops to Pencils. From what this to is, so part that one more time. Part that one more time. Part that shit like one more time. They part that one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of the One More Time Podcast. I'm your host, Playback Ben, here with my co-host,
Henry with a 3, a.k.a. the Trap Jack Black.
Trap Jack Black. Who do we got in the hot seat today, my friend?
Very honored to be welcoming in on episode 59 of the One More Time Podcast, legendary Atlanta producer, it's Zaytoven.
No, I told you he's worked with Zaytoven.
Hey, man.
That's not him?
No, he's worked with him. We couldn't get Zay.
Oh, Zay's not coming?
No, Zay's not coming. But no, we got the freaking guy, super producer, Grammy-nominated multi-platinum producer. We do have XL Eagle.
Let's go.
The Beatgod.
Beatgod. Thanks for coming, man.
But Zay, I mean...
I get that all the time.
I was going to say, Zay, if you want to come on, you know, the water's warm, come on.
I was assuming you might have heard it before.
All the time, man.
No, because he asked me, yo, who does he look like? I go, I mean, he kind of looks like Zaytoven. You go, no, he doesn't kind of look like Zaytoven. He looks like Zaytoven. So that's great. That's great. So XL, we appreciate you coming on. You know, you work with a couple of guys that are in the building right now. We got Woe from episode single digits, 4.
My guy, Woe.
And then we got Rico Brooks also in the building.
Legends in here.
You know, Rico talked about when he hears someone, he's made the mistake once. I think it was with Lex Luger or some other producer where he heard something. He was a little late to the game. He never made that mistake again. What record did he hear to want to work with you?
I actually reached out to Rico. It was after I started getting so much traction from T-Shirt from Migos.
Okay.
Massive
that was my
record.
first time.
Shout out T-Shirt, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
And that was the first time I'm getting labels coming to me, and I'm just confused. I didn't know what to do. And something just told me to hit up Rico. Like, I always seen him. I always knew what he was about, legendary. So I'm like, let me just try to shoot my shot real quick. Hit him up on Twitter, and he hit me back.
He hit you back and was just like, yep.
Yeah.
Would love to.
For sure.
That's awesome. And the rest is history.
Yes, sir.
You know, pretend he's not in the room. I mean, what's it been like working with Rico?
Man, nothing but blessings, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
Great communication. Always plays. Always what we doing next to elevate this. Always.
That's dope. So you are born and raised in Douglasville, Georgia, correct?
Yeah.
For those of our audience that aren't familiar with where the hell that is,
Where is
what, you know, paint us the picture of where is Douglasville? What kind of town is it? You know, what was your upbringing like?
Well, I was born in Cobb, and I was staying out there for a little bit. You know, it started getting a little crazy out there. Shout out to the fam because they wanted us to have a more peace, slow pace, So that's when we ended up moving out to Douglasville. That's more west, away from Atlanta. And it's nothing but cows and farms.
So you're a country boy?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did y'all have a farm?
Nah.
Okay.
So it was just a whole lot of that out there. And yeah.
Did you like the slow pace? Because obviously now you just told us you're in Midtown Atlanta. It's not very slow paced. Like, did you kind of like that?
Growing up, yeah, I did. It was chill, growing up like that was cool. But the more I started getting into my music, just business period, I'm noticing like you got to get out there.
Yeah.
Call it the boxing ring. Got to get in the boxing ring.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So you mentioned in another interview that like your family was, somewhat musical. I didn't know how to interpret that. Like, were they playing music or just like fans of music? Kind of, what was your music upbringing like originally?
It's a lot of people in my family that's very musically inclined. A lot of people play the piano. My dad plays the piano. We actually have a record that we did together with Jacquees.
That's tight.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
that's amazing.
A lot of people in my family are very great singers. So yeah, it just happened naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
be like, Dad, send me some loops.
Nah, for sure.
load me up, pops. That's dope. So, did you end up playing the piano then as well, like growing up, or not really?
Not really, actually, because I just started getting more into just the DAW, FL. My cousin came through, just showed me FL, and I was more so, what does this knob do? What does this knob do? I'm more
So
sound
FL,
designing.
that was your first kind of real experience with music.
Yeah.
That's rare. Most people that we have, they start on an instrument, but you just jumped right in.
Straight into it, yeah.
Man.
And I'm straight sound designing. I didn't have a keyboard at the time, so.
Yeah. So you did join a rap group, though. I heard you mention very briefly in another interview, like in 7th grade.
That's crazy.
So, what was your rap name? Was it XL?
It was.
It was?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's where it came from. Yeah.
So that was your rapper name.
Yeah.
What was the group name though?
The group was Holly Arrow Eagle, and that's where the eagle came from. In the whole part. Yeah, it just ran
Man,
with
that's
it.
rare because we've had so many guests who had like
Yo,
original.
that's a gem. I don't even know you knew that.
Yeah, I found it somewhere on there, but we've had so many guests who like had like the most terrible first names,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not thinking of it when you're in 7th grade. You're not like, what's something I want to stick with for the rest of my like
life.
music career?
Yeah.
You know
I don't
what
know.
I mean?
I always wanted something that was simple, easy to get to, great to easy to market. You know, XL.
Yeah.
So where does it come
Easy.
from? Where'd you get it?
Yeah, it was just easy. I just wanted something real simple. Yeah.
Just how can I make a memorable name in 2 letters?
Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
So how long did you rap?
Whoa, that was until I would say until 2008.
Did you have bars?
No, I had bars.
You were dope?
Oh yeah, I had bars.
So you weren't running away from like the fact that you were shitty at rap. You just liked the
No.
production side of
You
things.
just graduated.
It
That's
got
all.
to the point where we couldn't get the beats. At that time, it was SoundClick, and you know, we 7th grade, 8th grade, we didn't have any bread, so I started making beats for the group.
Out of
That's what it was.
necessity. That's,
Yeah.
a,
So
that's a
many
big
people.
thing. Like we have had people that have started DJing because someone needed a DJ. You know, just it needed to be done, so they learned how to do it, and now that's what they do. It's pretty cool.
So you just out of necessity had to start making beats. Was it immediate that you started falling in love with production, or was it forced because like, well, shit, we need to have something to rap on, so I'm just gonna do this?
I think it was immediate. I always was more into listening to the beats anyway. So at the time where I was introduced to FL, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm already seeing what's going on.
Who were some of the producers that you were looking at?
Wow, at that time,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Back then, I was waking up every single day watching Nard B make beats, and now those are
The
my
homies.
brothers, my mentors, everything.
Shout out.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They were in 11th Street C Room with Future. I would watch that video every single day.
Damn. And now you're in pretty much every single one of their beat making videos. I was
So,
telling Henry,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, hopefully you have some stake in their YouTube channel because like you're in every fucking video.
Yeah,
I don't want to
so-
get in your pockets, but you know what I'm saying?
Recurring guest.
Yeah. So what was your creative process like though early on making beats versus now? Was it very similar or did you have like a very different process and approach?
Back then, you know, it was all fun, you know, so I'm more so going through each plugin, just playing with stuff all day, seeing what does what, learning new chord progressions, it's just playing around with everything.
So no pressure.
No, not at all.
So how's it today?
Now I feel like from me going through and doing all of that, putting in my 10,000 hours, now I have a formula of every single thing I'm trying to get to, so it's more straight to the point.
So now it's more, you might have more of a vision in your head of what you're trying to get out.
Exactly.
And then you just need to twist the knobs, pull the, you know, push the button, whatever
Yeah,
it is
that's
to
what-
get it
yeah.
out versus before it was maybe, let me click around until something maybe sticks.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's why the 10,000 hours are so important, because now you get to see what you can do.
But do you ever miss those days when you were just tinkering and no pressure?
I do, but I try to take days where I have free time to just do things just like that. Yeah, just play around. Yeah.
Yeah, so you separate the two processes. I like
Sure.
that.
Does
Those,
that-
those are the
yeah.
best beats come out when it's not, oh, you have to do this for this. You have to do
Yeah.
this. When you just wake up and you just let your brain just go, that's the best beats.
Yeah, versus feeling like constrained or like
I got to
almost
make 10 hits today.
regimented,
Yeah,
right?
never that. Yeah, just gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Gotta have fun.
Nah, true. So I think your first hit was with a childhood friend that I saw. O'Shea, is that how you pronounce
Yo,
it?
You got all of the gems today. I'm with that.
Yeah, is that how you pronounce it?
O'Shea.
O'Shea.
Shout
Okay,
out
sorry.
O'Shea.
Okay,
Yeah.
O'Shea. Was O'Shea from Douglasville?
Yes, sir. He was in the rap group as well.
So he was in the rap group. Did he go by O'Shea in the rap group?
Yeah, I think this was so long
Okay.
ago. Yeah,
O'Shea
yeah,
Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that right.
Yeah, it's like the Eagle Mob instead of the ASAP Mob or something. Everyone has like Eagle in their
Yo,
name.
that's crazy.
So you know, O'Shea and you make this hit, you, right?
Yeah.
That's like the first one that kind of goes for you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I mean, how does that feel making a hit with your friend?
That's the best ones. That's the best ones. Even to this day, those are the best ones.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, it was super dope. And like you said, we were talking before the cameras came on. Do you get a certain feeling? I made that beat right there. He recorded the song. That whole process was 30 minutes, and I got a certain feeling right there. That was probably the first time I got that feeling. And Yeah, that was one of the ones that just went for him.
When you feel that, are you just like so eager to have him like drop it? Are you like borderline wanting to upload it that night? Where you're like, bro, we gotta get this shit out. This is so good.
ASAP.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy because one of my questions was, were you surprised, at the fact that it went?
Yeah, absolutely. Because at this point, this is super brand new. We don't know anything about anything, and that's the first time I got a royalty check. So I'm like, oh wow.
You had the feeling, but you didn't know what it meant yet.
No, not at all. Yeah.
So where did it see the most success? Was it on YouTube or SoundCloud, or kind of where did it go?
That was definitely the first time I got millions off of YouTube, as far as views. And Pandora, that's where it went crazy.
It went crazy on Pandora.
Yeah, everybody was hitting me, yo, didn't you make this? Pandora was crazy back then.
Any idea how?
Not at all, but I know through their algorithm, it gets playlisted just different places, and
it's
going crazy.
Pandora is still a mystery to this day.
Yeah, at that time they were mixing everything with Bryson Tiller with O'Shea Sound, so everything was Bryson Tiller.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I mean, you mentioned getting to work with Nard B, who you were kind of watching their videos and kind of fanboying, if you will, or being a huge fan of.
For sure.
You end up doing a beat battle with Sunny Digital, DJ Spins, DJ Plug, fucking epic judge lineup. First of all,
crazy.
You do a beat battle. You're still assumedly somewhat of a no one, right, in the industry at that time.
Absolutely.
From what you remember, like, paint us a picture of that night. Like, do you remember much about that night?
Yeah, man. At that time, I think I had nothing going on at that time. And then that was my dad taking me to, it was a beat battle. My dad took me to the beat battle, and we actually got into a car accident right there. And we were like, no, we still got to make it. We got to make it. So we ended up still going to the beat battle. I look at those pictures to this day because I remember that outfit. Like, that was like the only outfit I had at the time.
Are you like judging your fit, being like, that ain't it?
Bro, it's so bad. I had a scar. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. But
so your drip game has significantly improved over the years?
We here now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, do you remember the beat you played?
Ooh.
Or like beats, I guess? Like,
I ended up playing a more R&B beat that night. And that's why I feel like I came in second. And DJ Plug, shout out to my brother, he came and pulled me to the side, and he was like, yo, when you doing stuff like this, you want things that instantly catch the crowd.
They're called battle beats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think I can't remember who was talking about it. Actually, Bijan Amir. Mm-hmm. He did a beat battle where Metro Boomin was a judge. Yeah. Fast forward to Ric Flair Drip is a song that he co-produced with Metro Boomin. So crazy. Literally identical story to you almost, where your judge, who are, legends in the game, they're obviously at a certain stature.
Become a collaborator.
And it was the same shit where, like, did you do much networking with them, though, that night outside of, like, that brief exchange with Plug?
Not at all. The only one was Plug at that time. But like you said, it was a legendary lineup. Plug, Sunny, DJ Spins, I think Hanky was there. Like, just everybody.
Oh, Mr. Hanky beat?
Yeah. Everybody that was judging, like, we work now.
Damn. Yeah. What's that feel like?
It's crazy how everything comes full circle.
Did you know you had it in you, though, at that point? Or were you still... Okay.
No, I knew.
Confident.
Yeah.
Because some people, it might, there might be that self-doubt kind of that.
Yeah, I was kind of upset I got second place, but that's why Plug pulled me to the side, and he was like, yo, just because you got second, don't think that you don't have it. It's just what you played today. So he was like, just keep that in mind. And he was like, yo, let's work. Let's do it.
So how did the relationship with Plug go from there? Like, did you end up getting in a session with him or anything? Or
we kept in touch, but I don't think we worked. It was more so just he was just checking out everything I was doing, and at some point we ran into the same session. He was like, "There he is."
I knew I'd see you one day.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. So we mentioned Nard B. You end up making T-shirt by the Migos, legendary record, arguably Henry's favorite off of Culture. For sure.
Inarguably. Unarguably? I don't know. What
we're not grammar experts here, Henry. Who fucking cares? So how did you first link with them? From going to, from watching that video on YouTube and just, looking up to them, right? How did you end up connecting with them for the first time?
First time linking up with Nard B, it was, shout out to Beat Billionaire. It was at Beat Billionaire Studio. I was working close over there, making beats every day over there at Beat Billionaire Studio. Nard, he's close friends with him, so he came over and he just seen me in there cooking up, and I'm instantly like, okay, now I got to snap into my mode. You feel me? So I'm cooking up all night until the sun came up, and Nard was just watching me just like this the whole night. He was just watching me, watching everything I was doing, and as soon as I finished and I couldn't even make beats anymore, he was like, yo, come to the studio sometime. Yeah.
Was he kind of like sitting back and not making like, you know, could you read him?
No.
Could you tell if he was liking it or not?
Not at all.
That's got to be so stressful.
Reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not making any like positive or negative responses.
Mental notes.
Damn. Okay. And so then, you know, you end up linking with them at their studio. Tell us about kind of your workflow with Nard B. Because I mean, it seems like, especially like I said, the amount of YouTube content that like you're locked in with these guys. I mean, you're almost like the third musketeer, if you will. Like
the bros.
Yeah. What's your workflow like? You know, how do you guys work?
We pretty much bounce off of each other. Each session, I feel like they're teaching me things, and that we're all teaching each other things. So it all just depends on who's feeling what. Most of the time, I'll come crank it up. Nard might crank it up. But through us making so many beats together, we all know what is best for who. Like, Nard is really great with sound designing and finishing the full product. B's great with the direction, and I'm good with just getting my ideas out.
Yeah.
And the drums, yeah.
So you almost have somewhat of roles, even though it's like informal.
Yeah.
There's like this subconscious formal flow to it then when, you know, everyone kind of has their role.
Exactly.
That's interesting. So do you guys go into it making beats for specific artists in mind? I've always wondered this. Or do you just make whatever the hell you feel like that day?
Like I said, the best beats come from when you just go in and you just crank them up. That's why we, as much as we can, we try to get there every single day, knock out 5-10 beats a day, so we can just make the best ones we want, however we want them. And like, oh yeah, this sounds good with this. This would sound good with this person. But yeah, it comes times where people are like, yeah, we definitely got to get these beats for this artist right here. But most of the time, we try to make them to where it's not a specific person. Yeah.
And the times where it is for a specific artist, is that because maybe like Rico's hit you up saying like this A&R is looking for, you know, beats for this artist, or you know an artist is like working on a project or something, or are you just like, fuck, I want to work with, you know, artist XYZ, so I'm gonna make beats for, you know, him or her today. Is that how it works?
Yeah, like you said, it'd be an A&R. Of course, Rico, if he'll hit me up, I'll make sure I'm filling up those type of folders of those type of beats, stuff like that. Yeah. Or most of the time, the artist will just hit us, hey, I'm going to the studio at 10 o'clock, you know, so we'll just already get them ready until 10.
Yeah. And I mean, even having, you know, support from like Woe and Rico, right, on the management front, they're obviously plugged in, but like how important is it for you to build those relationships with the artist directly?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, building a relationship personally is going to make you the best placements. Yeah, that's very important.
Gem.
Yeah, I mean, there's no plugged in manager out there that's going to be able to do it all for you, right? I mean,
yeah, nah, you don't want to be the person that's just a name and an email. You know? You gotta get in the room.
How do you do that though? Like, you know, for a producer who's out there, like, I mean, what, you know what I mean? What would be some steps to even take?
Honestly, the best step is, you know, building with someone. Building, you know, the next person, the next Drake, the next Travis.
Laterally, someone that, you're not going for the step up, but
building a relationship on that level, so you'll always have that relationship going up. Yeah.
But then you're someone who also has done a very good job at collaborating with other producers. Do you think that that's very important as well?
Oh yeah, collaboration is very important. You'll never know what they got their hands in, and just makes the, you know, the chances of getting a placement that much better.
For sure. So going from watching Nard B, you know, on YouTube, for example, to then being in a bunch of their videos on their channel. Yeah. Do you watch those episodes back?
I haven't in a minute, but I used to.
Did you?
Yeah,
just to see like if you looked goofy at some point or something?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I watch these back and I'm like, damn, I looked fucking weird like during that time. But so do you remember?
He edits that part out.
Yeah, exactly. If I can, exactly. Do you remember any like specific moments, you know, that you've really been like, damn, like there, you know, this was captured where like I'm glad that this is, you know, caught on camera so I can like have this as a memory. Like, you know, maybe it's
the cook up with Zay. We went to Zay Tobin's house. That was legendary.
With your twin.
Yeah, man, that was legendary. Shout out to Zay.
Big shout out.
So, what'd y'all make that night?
Ooh, we made some crazy ones that night. One of those beats ended up going on one of K Camp's projects at the time. It was called Ice Cream. Yeah,
Okay,
that was dope.
that's awesome.
Fire. Love K Camp, man. He's managed to just stick around, man. He's never like
Crazy.
gone like
Yeah.
superstar, but he's never fallen off.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
I love K Camp.
Just did his new single, Woozy. Going
Okay.
crazy right now.
Go stream
All right,
Woozy.
Go stream
Yes,
Woozy.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, I noticed in some videos you're rocking the PC with Nard B maybe, but then I also noticed you have a Mac. Are you a PC or a Mac guy?
That's a good question. I'm definitely with cooking up. I'm on PC just because of the way it's more fluent with the plugins just for right now. But as far as sound, like if I'm actually playing beats, I gotta pull up with the aux. I'm playing off of my Mac. Yeah, because I
Damn.
got the touch screen on it, and it's just easier for when the artist is like, "Yo, run that back." I can be doing different applications, and I can just run it back easier.
Interesting.
And the sound
Yeah.
quality is just way better inside Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're built for creatives, you know.
Do you still produce in FL though?
yeah.
Which runs on both, by the way. You
does?
have it on
Okay.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I looked at you.
I don't know
and
what DAWs run on what version of computer. Excuse me. So something that I thought you two would have an interesting conversation about is you mentioned that Rick Rubin is a huge influence of yours.
The GOAT.
What specifically? Because I definitely want to get you to speak on DJ Double R because he's like a Rick Rubin stan for sure.
My guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so, what do you specifically love about Rick?
His ear, man. He is a part of hip hop. Like
Oh, yeah.
Still to this day, he understands. I call them islands. Each island of music, you can come to him and he can tell you, yeah, no, just try to do this right here, or that sounds great. Don't do anything to that, to any genre.
Yes.
So it's great. Yeah.
Do you listen to the Broken Record podcast? That's his podcast. If not, listen to it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He has conversations with everyone, that you
I gotta
can
catch
think
up,
of.
man. I've been in the cave. I gotta catch up.
Yeah, I'll definitely send you some of the
It's
like
good
best
stuff.
episodes.
Yeah.
Like he had a legendary conversation with Missy Elliott. It was so dope.
Yeah.
Getting her perspective on like working with Tim and just oh man, it was amazing. And then he did a whole thing with the Chili Peppers. He produced a lot of their
Yeah.
records over the years.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So do you have aspirations of like being able to dabble in all those different genres though?
Of course. Yeah, that's what I'm on now.
Yeah. Well, because I know you've done like pop, R&B, and hip hop, but I'll be honest, a lot of that has been starting to blur, right? You got hip hop drums and R&B, you got hip hop
And
drums
pop.
and pop,
Yep.
right? So some of that, but like, have you like, wanted to go like into that like rock genre and stuff too?
Yeah, of course. Definitely have some rock stuff on the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything you can talk about?
Not yet. Not yet.
Fucking Rico's in the room. If Rico wasn't here, he'd be dropping all the like NDA stuff.
I'm always fishing for an exclusive.
Yeah. So Henry, what's your perspective on Rick? Like what why are you so obsessed with Rick Rubin?
He's got this just wizard level patience, and he'll sit in a room and not say anything, and then at the most random time just he'll push artists in a little direction that can just change. Sounds small at the time, but it'll change the whole course of everything. And his whole just like minimalistic kind of approach. He's very much like reducing. Like, do you really need that in there? Would the record be worse if you took that out? It's very much about cutting stuff down and just like slowing down and really being zoomed out and tapped in. He's like a guru, man. And I feel, like a little just ADHD kid when I watch him work. Like I need to slow down sometimes. So yeah, he's a wizard, man. And then all the genres, I'm big on. System of a Down was my favorite band growing up. I saw a video of him working with them, and he would tell them like, this record doesn't need to be on the album. Like cut a whole record, kind of thing. And it really did make the whole thing stronger. Stuff like that just blows my mind, man.
Crazy. The GOAT.
Yeah.
So what's your approach when you're in a session with with an artist? Well, first of all, do you like being in sessions with artists, I assume?
Yes, that's the best.
Yeah. So like what kind of role do you like to play? You know what I mean? Like what's your style? What's your approach? Because he mentioned Rick is kind of that like, Zen, like maybe he says something, once here and there type of thing. Are you pretty vocal? Like kind of what's your approach?
Depending on my relationship with the artist, and I always try to go off of their approach, and any way that I can contribute. I don't like to just go in the room. You need to do this. I let the artist be the artist first, then I come through and actually produce it.
Yeah. So Christo, who produces a lot of JID stuff. Yeah. He's on since the 80s, and he talked about like creating this kind of like safe space for the artist and like really helping like bring their vision to life. You know what I mean? Is that kind of how you approach it as well?
Exactly. As an artist, I just let them get it out. Just press record. Just let them go. And I like to sit there if I get the chance to just structure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
For sure. So, we talked about having like strong relationships with artists. You definitely have strong relationships with a number of artists. I want to focus on maybe a couple, one of which is with Tyla Yaweh.
My brother.
Shout out.
Yaweh.
I mean, these couple artists that we'll talk about, like they are very vocal in supporting you.
Yeah.
And that's huge. I mean, you don't often see artists shouting out producers that hard.
That goes back to what I was saying. Like, we started from the bottom together. You feel me?
So how did you start with him? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, we linked in L.A. I was making music with his ex, and that's how we ended up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? That's crazy.
I thought I heard that, and I wanted to make sure that was accurate before I just led with like
confirmed.
So how was making music with his ex?
Nah, for sure. And it's like me, guys. I don't like me. I'm like, bro, who is this? You feel me? But it's like as soon as Yaweh walked in the room, it was like an instant, like we was already bros. And it's like he started playing his music, and I was like, oh yeah, wait, it's something there. Wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about him though were you drawn to? Would you say?
What you saying with his music?
Yeah, or personality. You said kind of like immediately y'all felt like bros. You know what I mean?
Man,
like
Yaweh just carries his energy, bro. Like it's just super positive. You feel me? Like he's really one of the first people that really taught me to live life. You feel me? And just be happy.
Wow.
This is like really short. That's why I got Ranger Boy tatted on me, man.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are like
Man, that's my brother.
literally locked in. Yeah. So, Tommy Lee,
Yeah.
crazy record.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
With Post Malone and Tyla.
Boy Posty, yes sir.
Yeah, Posty just dropped. Did you listen to the new album?
Of course.
Did you like it?
Of course.
Okay. I'm thinking about doing a review on it. We're doing like album reviews, or we're starting to do some of those.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. It was a good one. Mm-hmm. I loved the features too. The Fleet Foxes feature was actually like kind of one of my favorites.
I like the Roddy feature right now.
Oh yeah.
Roddy
Yeah.
goes crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
Cooped Up, I think also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what did you love most about that rollout? Because it was an epic rollout.
Saying for
Tommy Lee, just the way that the record was rolled out. I mean, whether it was like the remixes, the video game placements, kind of like, what were some of your favorite moments?
Well, first of all, that was my first time actually talking to Posty. They called me right after they did the record in the hotel room. They called me on FaceTime, and that was my first time actually chopping it up with him.
What do you say to Post Malone?
Yaweh just instantly put Posty on the phone. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "Talk to him." And Post was just like, "Hello." And I was just like, "I'm like, what's up, bro?" And he was just like, "We made a great one." I'm like, "Man, I can't wait to hear it."
Yeah, that was in a hotel room. They recorded that.
Yeah, I think it was like Dallas, I think,
or DC or something. Yeah.
And
Post Malone said that that's his favorite feature.
Yeah, he definitely said that. Yeah,
that he's ever done.
One of his favorite verses
before
ever.
he even said that, like I said that myself. Not even just saying that because I made the beat, but just because I'm a Post fan.
Yeah.
He did great on it.
And that's his favorite feature was on your record.
Yeah, and like you said, the rollout, it was during COVID-19, so it was pretty crazy the way they were, trying to roll it out because we were trying to find the right pocket to drop the song, and then we all just came to the realization maybe everyone needs some good music to listen to right now.
Yeah.
So let's just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we did.
No, for sure. I mean, it's gone crazy. I mean, because the first remix, because there were two remixes, right?
Yeah.
The first one was with
Tommy Lee
himself.
Actually, Tommy Lee.
Henry made a joke. He goes, "Yeah, I mean, like he didn't actually get to do a record with Tommy Lee. He like thought that." And I go, "No, he did get to do a record with Tommy Lee.
He actually hopped on.
I was like, he actually got in the remix. So that's epic. And then you get St. John,
Who's one of my favorite artists right now.
on another
sir.
remix.
Easily.
So as a producer, you get your hands in like those remixes too, right? Of
course.
From like a publishing
Same
perspective.
beat.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the gift that keeps on giving.
What happened to the remix, man? Like, remember, like 10 years ago, if there was like a hit song, you were like, I wonder who's going to be on the remix. There's definitely going to be a remix.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing that anymore,
I don't know.
man?
That's a good question. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Those were the best. I always looked forward
Is
to
it
that.
because it's so easy to put out music now that like they can just go to the next one versus Like before,
Maybe.
if the record was out and it was hot, it was such a pain in the ass to like get another record out that getting a remix was like the lazy half-ass way to
Possibly.
add fuel to the fire, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. But then having your song in a video game, was that your first video game placement?
Was that my first one?
Oh, he's got so many. He's got to think about it. Jeez.
Yeah, I think
Tough
that was,
life.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah,
are,
for sure.
are you a gamer?
Of course.
So do you play 2K?
Yes, and that's why
and
it was
hearing
so
your
cool to me. Yeah, yeah.
Did you just listen to it on loop, like on the loading screen?
No, I seriously, yeah. And I made that my character's music when he came out in my
The
career.
walkout song.
Oh man,
Epic.
I won't even judge you for that, man. That's fucking amazing.
I had to.
You had
I would
to.
definitely do the same.
1000%.
So, have you had anything since with Tyla?
Of course, yes.
Okay, 'cause
Every day. That's every day.
But is he working on a project or anything right now?
Of course, yes.
Okay,
Album on the way.
album on the way, and we're gonna have some XL Eagle on there.
Of course.
Do you prefer Beatgod or XL Eagle? By the way,
Man, whatever you prefer, man. I'm with everything. XL Eagle, Beatgod.
is that
everything.
confusing because we saw on the Tommy Lee song credits on Spotify, which once again, Spotify's song credits are, you can trust them take them with a grain of salt type of shit sometimes. But it was Beatgod XL on that one, but everywhere else it's XL Eagle. Did they just fuck up, or did you tell them to do Beatgod
Nah,
XL?
for sure. No, everybody in the camp just called me Beatgod over there. So, it's all the same thing. I'm working it out now
Publishing
where-
checks the same, so
Of course. Everything's all going to link together, so it's all cool.
yeah. But Henry was talking about how it'd be cool if Spotify actually got the shit together and had like a producer profile where he could have like
Click your name.
clicked your name and seen all your discography and
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
They're slacking, man. They
Yeah,
definitely
I
need to do
think
that.
they're working on something, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Spotify's been working on shit for the last few years. Honestly, Spotify.
Well, there goes any Spotify relationship we
That's
have.
fine.
There goes
we
our
don't
Joe
need
Rogan
y'all.
type of Spotify deal for podcasting.
We're going to Apple.
Another really strong relationship is Jacquees, who we found out grew up not too far from here, or like is from the east side.
Yeah, we on the east side right now.
Yep. And so, how did that relationship get so strong?
Oh, man. Me and Kui been working since 2014. Something
Wow.
like that.
Okay, and did you meet through an ex-girlfriend as well, or like, or how did that happen?
Yeah, through my brother, DC Da Vinci. He works with them now. He's in FYB as well. That's their label over there, Cash
Okay.
Money.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was my friend before anything. And DC was like, bro, you need to send some beats to Kui. Send some beats to Kui. And the first couple packs I sent, Kui texted me like, bro, yeah, we got something here. Let's just keep going. Keep sending me stuff. And the very first beat I sent him was our first placement. And it was supposed to be with Black Youngster on it. And that came out 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just sitting in the car with Nard. We were leaving the studio, and he turned on the radio. And this is my first song ever on the radio. And I'm like, I think I heard my tag. Wait a minute. And I'm like,
God,
crazy.
This is pre-Rico days. He would not have let that happen.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, you're not just surprisingly hearing your song on the radio. That's
Yeah.
not gonna fly. Although it'd be cool. But so just like you send that beat pack. He obviously is a fan. So then like, do you start getting in the studio? Because I mean, like he's shouting you out on like daytime television interviews.
Yeah, we built the relationship though. Still just sending stuff. I didn't want to, do anything and get him out of his comfort zone as far as creating. So I'm still just sending stuff, just waiting for him to be like, hey, just come pull up to the studio. So any other little things, we started going to events. He had shows back then. Like we been doing stuff on the east side. He had a whole concert. And anytime we'll play basketball up the street, stuff like that, just building a relationship. And it led to us just, going to the studio all the time together.
Yeah, because you guys have like a crazy catalog of music together.
Yeah.
He posted a tweet of it, and it's like 15 records deep or some shit.
Yeah, because we were just having a conversation on the phone, and he was like, "Wait, we got a lot of songs together, don't we?" And I'm like, "I don't know, let's stop and think about it." And it's still stuff that's unreleased. Like, it's a lot. Yeah.
No, it's a ton. And I mean, like I said, he's like doing a daytime television interview about like his new release, and he's shouting out you.
Yeah, that's love.
That's got to feel awesome,
that's a real
man.
one. That's a real one.
Because once again, artists doing interviews, they ain't shouting out producers.
Yeah.
Always, like at all. I mean, I
got to go back to what I said though. That's why it's so important to build with the
Yes.
artist early.
Yes.
Build something together.
You're not getting that when you just email beats out to people. You're not
But so
getting that
where
kind of
was
love.
Jacquees though in his career at that time?
I think at this time he was still with TIG at the time. He was dropping Didn't know he didn't drop that at that time. It was early Quee.
That's when I worked with him.
Yeah,
TIG
Feel It
days.
with Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
And all of those songs.
Trinidad and Forte Bowie.
So he had some songs going, but
For
not at all where we know him today.
Exactly.
King of R&B type shit.
Yeah, like I said, Quee been. I already knew this was about to happen.
Yeah. Do you kind of pride yourself on like seeing that superstar talent like early? Like, did you kind of see that in Quee?
Yeah, even with a lot of people, I'm thankful that I can hear it. All I need to hear is a couple of seconds, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's something there.
Damn. And anyone that you can like share that you're really on right now? That you're kind of early on. You think? Like, is there any artists you're working with?
Is that an early one? Not in particular, I would say.
Okay, you're still looking for that next.
Yeah, I need to hear it.
Yeah. All right, for sure.
Do you let like artists send you music? Do you listen? Do you have like an
I
outlet?
listen to everything.
Yeah.
Sure.
So when you're really locked in with someone, right? Because you mentioned, and I think even Tyla mentioned this in an interview as well, is like when you send a pack, he damn near records on the first one that you send every single time. He said, which it kind of seems like you should probably listen to the rest of them, Tyla, but like whatever, to each their own. He said like it's that. Like that chemistry there.
Yeah, like you said, it's just the chemistry. All of the time. That was my first couple of times going to LA. And so I made beats right in front of him. So I know exactly what he wants, how he likes it. So yeah, it's just the chemistry there.
And so like, does it seem as like effortless as it seems to me as a third party? Or is it like y'all are struggling too sometimes creatively? You know what I mean?
Wait, what you mean?
Just like when you're locked in with someone like that, it seems like it's effortless, meaning like y'all can't miss. Like even with Jacquees, when you got like 15 fucking hits borderline, is it as, is there a grind we're not seeing where he's like trashing 100 of your beats and you're like, fuck, but then like there's 15 hit records and so we just look at it like, oh, this is so easy for them. You know what I mean?
Nah, not at all. It's just, we're just having fun with it.
No beat block, nothing like that.
Nah, I don't try to get beat block. I try not to stay stuck in front of my computer at all. Got to go live. Once you come back and live, yeah, you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
What do you like to do to get away from it?
Oh man, like you said, game. I like to shop. I like to eat. You feel me? Like I like to eat good. So.
What's your favorite go-to spot in the city?
Oh man, I can't give away my spot. I don't want everybody at my spot.
Come on, we need it.
We need it in the cut.
We need that XL recommendation. We need that.
Yeah, but I like seafood. They got some cool seafood spots in the city. Yeah.
You ever been to Steam House Lounge over there on 11th Street in Midtown?
Of course, any restaurant. Like try me.
Yeah. Okay.
Try me. He's been there.
They got the best lobster bisque for 25 years running, according to their sign.
According to Lobster Biz.
Yeah, it's
review.
actually good too. It's actually good.
No, it is. It is. So in another interview, you mentioned like some advice you'd give to, producers would be to stay positive was one of your things. I'm not gonna lie, that's like very easier said than done, right? So what is it that you do to keep that like positivity? Are you like a meditator or like what are you doing?
I definitely meditate, but always looking at the bigger picture and knowing that it could always, whatever situation you're in, it could always be worse, and there's always something that you could be doing right now, and that always keeps me going.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
And like so, almost like working.
Yeah.
Like just like challenge you, like, go do some more shit. Like like is that?
But once you break it down, it's easy. It's easier.
Yeah, just like break down the steps of like what it takes. Like, are you like a big goal oriented guy where you're like writing out your goals and shit? Or are you kind of more like fluid and just?
I don't have to write them down. It's in my head, but I definitely keep track of my goals.
Yeah.
You have like medium term, long term, short term, all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How important is like mindset in this game?
Oh man, very. You gotta test your patience every day. You gotta have discipline. Yeah.
What is it that you think the patience? Like why do you need patience in the game?
Man, you can go a whole year, 2 years thinking that you have the biggest song about to come out, and through paperwork, negotiations, and you could be waiting.
Yeah. That placement game is no joke.
You could be sitting on it for a minute.
A long time.
Yeah, damn. What's the longest you've gone?
Oh man, it's been a minute. But probably no longer than like a year.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so you've never done like a three-year bid.
Waiting for that first check.
I'm saying that, but Future has so many songs in the vault. It's like so many I know he has. I'm like, bro, please just put one of those out in that pack right there.
So it didn't make the last project.
Yo, he has so many in the vault though. Like sometimes he forgets. He just records so many.
Yeah.
Can you like give him a little friendly reminder? You know what I mean?
Yo, no, for sure.
Remember this song, bro? That's heat.
Damn. So you end up speaking at Georgia State.
Yeah, that was cool.
With
Go
BMI.
Panthers. Let's go Panthers.
That was cool. Yeah.
Did you go to college?
Nah, I didn't actually.
You said straight to the music shit?
Yeah, it would have been cool if I would have went, but you know.
Yeah.
Things
Ever
happen.
thought about going back?
Yeah.
Getting your degree or something?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. There are different things I want to go back for.
Yeah, that's cool. So the series was How Did I Break, I think, was like what it was titled. That was like why you were there, right, to speak. So give us, for those that weren't there, give us a little bit of the synopsis. Like what were you talking to them about?
Yeah, just the whole me meeting Nard B. Well, I went all the way to the beginning. It was me at first meeting Beat Billionaire. He heard a song, the O'Shea song, playing inside of DTLR because O'Shea worked inside of DTLR, and he's like, "Yo, what song is this? Who made this beat?" And that's when he gave him my information. He hit me up on IG, and I'm like, "Nah, this isn't real." I think I went back to sleep.
Thought it was a scam.
So then I woke up, and I'm like, "Wait, hold on, I think that is him." He's like, "Yo, call me." And at that point, that was my first entry through the door, and I knew it. Like when your number gets called, you got to run.
Yeah.
So instantly, whatever I needed to do, shout out to Mom. She was helping me make my way to the studio every single day, getting up there. Yeah.
Damn.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Shout out Mom.
Yeah, big time.
Mama XL in the building.
Yes, sir. The GOAT.
XXL.
Yeah. So obviously you talked about the Beat Billionaire connection.
Yeah.
And then, Nard and B, but like what else were you saying to them?
After that, just the series of different placements. We went in order of the first ones. It was the 7 Million by Uzi. That was a cool one. And just how things just started to change once I started getting songs where it was more recognizable to people. And then we talked about how just having a song like T-Shirt and being Grammy nominated just changed everything, and how things just started rolling. The placements just started rolling in after that.
Yeah, how? Like for those that are out there, if they catch a T-Shirt record, which multi-platinum at this point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How did it change your life? Like what started to actually happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, now you're getting different phone calls, and it's time to go here. It's time to go to LA. It's time to go to New York. It's time to travel around, and of course financially. So now you have the funds to move around and do what you want to do.
Yeah. So people were. So it is true that like they'll find you at that point.
Absolutely.
So you weren't having to do as much of like outbound, like hitting people up on your own. At least initially after that, you were getting a lot of stuff that was keeping you busy.
Yeah, definitely. And having a record at that time, it was so big. You can just walk in the room. Yo, I did T-Shirt, and they were like, "Yo, what?"
Yeah, that's all you gotta say.
I need a pack right now.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
Damn.
Massive. When you can just say T-shirt,
No, for sure.
and they're like, "Oh, gotcha."
Well, yeah. What was the T-shirt beat like? Like I think you talked about this a little bit before, but like how did that one come about?
Yeah, just a normal day cooking up with Nard and B. I crunk up that one, and Nard finished it up, and I'm in my head like, yeah, this has to go to like Travis Scott. So I wanted that beat to go straight to Travis.
It would have been good for him too, though.
Yeah, that would have been cool. And that's when Takeoff hit up Nard a couple of weeks later. And he was like, "Yo, I need beats right now." And Nard, that was like the first one Nard sent him, and we just didn't hear anything back. And about a month later, they're like, "Yo, you think you got the single of the album?" Yeah. And our first time hearing it, they had a show in Atlanta, and we were invited to the show. Coach K told us to come out. He was like, "Yo, it's gonna be a big one." And that was my first time hearing it, and it was, I was like, "This is cool."
And when Coach K says that, you listen.
Did you go to P's birthday party the other night?
Nah, I couldn't make it, man. I was in the cave. Yeah.
Okay. I was telling Henry, I was driving through Buckhead going to get a cheesesteak from Woody's in Buckhead, and I see this like back-to-back white Rolls Royces, and I'm like, we're in Buckhead, like whatever. But then the license plate said QC CEO, and I was like, hold up. So I go up next to him, and I was like, P. I was like, happy birthday, bro. I didn't get the invite to his fucking party, but P.
Next year.
We'd still love to have you on the podcast, despite me not getting the invite.
Shout out to P.
Yeah, that's huge. So, you talked about like definitely having your hands in like R&B, hip hop, and pop, for example, right? We hear that there's some rock shit on the way. Definitely intrigued at what that's going to sound like.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. So, how do you creatively approach like multi genres, right? Like, do you have to be in a in your feels R&B mood in that day to like You know what I mean? Like, how are you actually going about like making different types of music? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, thankfully, like we talked about, me growing up in Douglasville, I was introduced to so many different types of music, different crowds. So I instantly know how to tap into each world. So, yeah.
But do you have to like just channel it that day, or do you, whatever you're feeling, then that's like how it comes out?
Nah, just whatever I'm feeling that day.
Yeah. No, that's interesting.
You don't have to be like, I have to make some R&B today, no matter what.
Nah, as long as I know whatever kind of session I can pull up in and I can just instantly press play, I'm loaded to go. My computer's loaded to go in whatever genre, I'm cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you recommend like a producer going about getting in sessions?
You can't just you say go, what you mean?
Just like, how do you get invited to a session? Like literally, you know, how do you even get the chance to pull up and play beats? I mean, for real.
Yeah. I think that'll more so go back to collaboration as well too. You know, you never know who they'll be like, yo, come pull up over here, come pull up over here. Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's almost like you need to make sure that they're thinking of you
all the time
to invite you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something we've talked about, is that like, if we can make, you know, I work with a couple artists, I work with Henry. It's like, if we can make you guys top of mind so that when something comes up, they're calling you.
Yeah, I would definitely say something like that. Make sure if at the very bare minimum, just make sure your beats are at the very top of the email all the time.
Yeah, consistency on that.
How often are you sending out packs?
Man, whenever you get a chance, keep them going. I would say, yeah.
How many beats in a pack?
Don't overwhelm it.
Right.
Yeah, no more than like 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
We've heard different types of answers to that question for sure.
Yeah, we've heard some interesting takes on that.
Don't overwhelm it. Just keep. I would do more consistently than just
big,
huge packs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. That's
so,
good.
as someone who's multi-genre, you know, I guess successful, right? You've had success in pop, R&B, hip hop at this point, right? Do you recommend that a young producer that's maybe hasn't caught that like big record yet, do you recommend that they kind of, you know, go across the spectrum that way? Or do you think that like focusing is a better approach?
Definitely whatever you're more comfortable with, whatever you feel like your sound is, go crazy on that and let, people gravitate towards your sound.
So not necessarily focusing on like just R&B at first?
No, not at all. Whatever you feel like your sound is crafting out to be, let the people come to you.
And whatever you have fun with, right? Exactly. Got to have fun with it.
Exactly.
But what's so interesting, right, is like, we talk about a Rick Rubin. Is there a Rick Rubin sound?
Nah, definitely
There's not, right?
But he has fun with all those genres.
I know, but it's interesting because there are some producers that have like a
sound.
Yo, that's a, T- sound, or that's a whatever sound. I mean, Zaytoven even, for sure. That's a Zaytoven sound, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I see like the pros and cons of that, right? Like if you don't have...
It's definitely pros and cons, but I always made it my interest to not have a sound. I wanted to do everything. That's why, I like the nickname Beatgod. I can tap into any island and do whatever I want to do.
How do you feel about the term beat maker versus producer?
Nah. Beat maker, that's you got to put some respect on it. Yeah, producer.
Okay, I won't call you a beat maker then in the description of the video.
I guess there's some people out there that don't really want to work with artists and do just like making beats, and that's fine.
Definitely
that's fine for them
that's
too.
Definitely a thing.
What I mean, but you're not producing records.
We trying to produce over here.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned that you got some guitar, I assume loops from a guy named Jared, my guy. Jared?
Yeah.
Okay, Jared. Excuse me. Sorry, Jared. No disrespect.
Calm down, Jared.
Yeah. So, how often is he like an instrumentalist where he's just sending you guitar loops?
Yeah, Jared, he's very musically inclined, so he can make his guitar sound like anything.
And so do you work with a lot of people like Jared that maybe, kind of, load you up with, piano or guitar, or you know what I mean? Like, are you working with a lot of...
Yeah, I'm very open with collaboration. I'm all about getting to the finish line. So besides Jared, my guy Dave Savage goes crazy. And my guy Simon, we do a lot of stuff with Muni Long.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's super dope.
On fire right now. Go crazy, sis.
Yes.
She actually got nominated for a BT Award, so congrats.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's a real producer, because like a real producer, you you don't have to be able to do every job, but you have someone that you can hit up to help get the job done. You know, you got to be able to have the resources, be able to make the phone calls to get the job done.
I still tell them exactly how it needs to be done. So
you still have the ear, and you know it needs to happen.
Absolutely,
That's dope. So what are you excited most about? You know, coming up?
definitely Yaweh.
Yeah, the
Tyla
Yaweh
Yaweh.
project.
Definitely.
Has
Can't
he
wait.
already announced it?
He announced that it's coming out, but no date yet.
No
we
name
didn't say
either?
the date yet. No name yet either.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can you leak it?
We did that exclusive.
I gotta let Yaweh come out with that one,
Man,
Yeah.
All right.
does he make it out to Atlanta ever to work? Or are you mainly
I
going
try
out
to get him out here. He has a few shows out here. He did Wild 'N Out here, but he just loves LA.
Just an LA boy?
Yeah.
How do you feel about LA? You like going out there?
I like the vibe, but you know, as far as my sound, I like to still stay in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But definitely the vibe out there is cool.
Yeah, I'm not like an LA guy.
Oh man, next time you go, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
You probably weren't doing the right stuff, hanging out with the
That's
right
how
people.
it is. That's how it was my first time until I met Yaweh and he showed me like, yo, we got to go here. We got to do this.
Yeah.
If XL's invited me, I'm going for sure.
Right.
You know, and if Tyla wants to show me the real LA, you know, I'm not gonna say no.
You got to prepare for him rock star life.
God, yeah. I mean, what's he like? Is he as you would think?
Of course.
Yeah, like just true to that whole
Of course.
that whole
Yeah,
image.
Shout out to Yaweh. He's wild, man.
Can you keep up?
He forces me to, and I love it.
He brings you up to his level.
Yeah.
Makes you feel super young again.
Yeah, like before him, I was just like super, just like chilled. But it's like he always breaks me out my shell every time. Every time.
Yeah, he's a character, that's for sure.
Well, Ben just had a kid, but I might be able to keep up on that Rager Boy life if I come out there.
Yeah, even before my kid, I was like grandpa status, so I'm not sure I could keep up with Tyla. But no, it sounds exciting, man. I can't wait to hear the rock shit. That's like real, interesting to me.
That was so fun, just the creative process of doing
I was gonna
that.
say,
Yeah.
tell me about like, did you feel like super out of your comfort zone at first, or did you feel like right in there?
It was definitely a learning curve, and that's why I was so excited about it because, making, trap beats and my first beat I ever made was an R&B beat. So all of those are like water to me, So I'm like, nah, we got to step it up a level this year. So making the rock, it was, now I see I need to go get different sounds. Now I got to learn new plugins. Now I got to see, okay, they like this sound right here and this. Okay, cool. So it definitely was a learning curve, but it was so fun.
The drums in particular are very different. When I do like rock style drums, you don't want to be like right on the grid. You want to have it a little loose. You
Even then,
live sounds.
Once I did the drums, Yaweh, he was in a band, so he actually knows where everything's supposed to be placed. So once I did everything, he's like, all right, cool. Now that you have this, make sure this does this now. And he actually helped me a lot with the post production. Yeah.
So did we just hear that it's a Yaweh rock song? I think he didn't want to leak that, but I think we just got it out of him. Rico's gonna make me edit that one out. But anyways, no, that's I was hoping that would be the case.
Yes.
No, that sounds so.
Yes,
all,
sir.
but all programmed. No live drums. Oh, okay. Well,
It's a couple secrets, man.
okay.
Okay.
That's
It's a couple
I won't make you incriminate yourself any more than you have. But no, that sounds super exciting. I can't wait to hear that. For sure. You've been absolutely crushing it over the years. I mean, like I said, I think what's most interesting to me about, your story is, like I said, the amount of respect that the artists that you do really, lock in with. I mean, like I said, just to even shout you out, like as much as that they have, like that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because before anything, I try to be a friend to all my friends. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Do you work with a lot of people that you're not actually friends with?
Yeah. You
Okay.
That comes with it.
Like straight business.
Yeah, it's cool.
But it happens to be that like these really strong relationships.
That's most
It's
of my
not
placements.
it's not business.
Yeah, we
It's-
haven't talked about my brother TK Kravitz. That,
Okay.
it's most of my placements have come from just having relationships with people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, hang out with them outside of music and stuff.
exactly. Like just checking up on people, making sure everybody's good.
Yeah. So like, how did the TK Kravitz, relationship start?
How did me and TK? That's crazy. How did me and TK meet? We actually met at 11th Street, and that's the first time I met Yaweh's ex. Shout out to Sexton, man. She's going crazy right now as well. That's when I first met him there. Beat Monster Mark and Young Land actually introduced us that night, and we made the record with Sexton and TK Kravitz called Space that night. the first night I met him and her.
Fire.
And after that, that's when TK was like, "Yo, me and you, we gotta do something else too." And shortly after that, Space came out in 2017. So shortly after that, 2018, that's when me, TK, and Jacquees did Ocean, and that was another big one for me.
Yeah,
that was my first one. That was just me alone on the beat, and it actually did really good. So royalty checks look a little different after that.
Yeah, no splits. Well, except for on the artist front, but yeah. So. Is it just coincidence that it sounds like every artist that you've then gone on to work with, pretty much the first session, maybe even the first beat of the first session, you've made a hit?
That's fair to say.
Is that just, like, do you think that, like, I'm trying to, wrap my head around, like, is there something to be said for, like, either the chemistry's there or it's not? Is that, or have you had to fight through it sometimes? With an artist.
Yeah, no, it's been times where I've gone to sessions and we didn't even cook up that day. We'll probably just be talking in the room the whole time.
Yeah. But even still, once you do cook up, is there something to be said for, like, if you have to send so many beats or play so many beats? I get where you're going.
Yeah, try not to force it. Yeah.
Yeah, is it almost like cut bait or have you fought through it and then it's really worked?
Sometimes when it's too forced, I don't know. Maybe you guys just don't have a sound together. Like it's all good,
Yeah, because not every producer, even if they're dope, is gonna be able to work with every artist.
Happens.
I mean,
yes. Yeah, I wouldn't force it.
Yeah, yeah. So it is something where, like, maybe if you're not, feeling it, it just might not be. Maybe come back to it.
Yeah, their sound might not be for you.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. For sure. Well, this has been amazing. I think that you're on a fucking run. Like, I can't wait to hear more of the Tyla shit that you guys have. Cause like I said, it sounds like, y'all really built this, strong relationship that, it comes out in the music too. It's just
shout out to Jacquees too. Say Yeah is out right now.
Yeah.
Go stream that.
That's going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to shout out?
Anything else I want to shout out? Just all the up and coming producers, man. I know I said just stay positive. That was pretty, that was early me. Now I think I would say something like work smarter than working just so hard. Don't overwork yourself. Sit down and really plan it out. Play chess. Play smart.
Not checkers, yeah.
Play chess.
I was never a good chess player, so that analogy just goes, right over my head. But no, in all seriousness, XL, we appreciate you coming on the podcast.
No, this is super cool.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
T-shirts back here.
Yeah, we might have to you might have to bless him.
You're going home with one if you want one.
I got some shirts.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
For sure. And Henry, until next week, what are we doing?
Getting out of here.
Getting out of here. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Hop up in a foreign skirt.